Conflict between white officers and black citizens was part of today's report on the state of Black America, produced by the National Urban League. It found a 40% gap in what it called social justice, with blacks arrested and jailed at greater rates than whites. We asked Dean Reynolds to look into this.
Over the last 5 years, highly critical Department of Justice reports on the police in big cities like Cleveland and small towns like Ferguson have been handed out. And at least 9 departments, from New Orleans to Seattle, Albuquerque to Detroit, are being forced by Washington to institute reforms. And yet violent encounters between African Americans and police keep deepening a racial divide.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
Last week, demonstrators in Madison demanded justice after the shooting death of another black teenager by a white cop. It's where we spoke to Michael Johnson of the local Boys and Girls Club.
I'm wondering what you tell black youth about how to deal or be around the police.
I just told my son, don't put your hands in your pockets, don't reach for things. If an officer asks you to do something, you do it.
That wariness around officers is one reason Mark Morial of the Urban League sees a relationship in crisis.
Simply by working to keep the peace in a neighborhood, it does not give license to disrespect, use excessive force, or otherwise violate the rights of the citizens of that community.
The Centers for Disease Control say blacks of all ages are twice as likely to be shot and killed as whites in confrontations with the police. And investigative journalists at ProPublica reported last fall that 15 to 19-year-old blacks in particular are 21 times more likely to be killed by a cop than their white counterparts. But Morial says awareness of that disparity can lead to a solution.
And I hope that it strengthened the resolve of many to try to confront those challenges and try to find ways to reform these problems.
That resolve can be seen on the faces in the crowds, black and white, demanding change. Dean Reynolds, CBS News, Madison.